incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 20. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They go play action now. Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, Mike 20.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Alvin Kamara 26 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
64, weak. Lock 59.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, let's go.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away to his left, and it's incomplete.
Mahomes on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27.
Let's go. Check, 59. Hey, watch the ball.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I.
I got you, boy.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Yellow. Hey, Rimlin. 59.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Are you okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
You. Mike,
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now Wilson on first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. On first and 10, it's Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 33.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's first and 10 from the 12. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Redskins.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
We got to get the ball. See, get the ball right here. Let's get it. 55.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Mahomes now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Mahomes now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, had held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters, and somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. And that's complete to Gates. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Kamara. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Right back to him on first down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 17, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down now, Dickerson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with Kamara. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there. Taking it in. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The busy night continues for Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Howie Long, like an out-of-control broken arrow, getting in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, second down. On second down, Dickerson, and an alley to run. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards on the ground. So what a run, and now, you know, they probably started this drive thinking, hey, field goal range, tie it up. Now you might be thinking touchdown.
I think the offensive coordinator's probably switched his attention on his play sheet. Remember, he started out, as you said, field goal, let's tie this up. Now he's in the touchdown range. Let's dial something up and win this game.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Howie Long in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Again.